There once were two soldiers resting in a trench. Corpses were piled and they could smell their stench. The older of the two had fought in battles aplenty, but the younger's resume was completely empty. The field was filled with the cracks and booms of deadly weapons, and they filled the younger man's mind with heavy questions. He gritted his teeth and trembled in his boots. He retched with fear that his side would lose. The archdemon of terror gripped his soul. Even more he feared he would not properly fill his role. He would fail his brothers, this he was sure. He looked within and found no strength of character to endure. The older soldier saw the younger's strained eyes. He'd seen that look of terror many, many times. He reached out and brushed some dirt from the rookie's fatigues, and the young man looked up with eyes of intrigue. The older struck a match and brought it to his lipped cigarette, twisted his rifle hand, the gun flipped, its trigger set. He took in a lungful of smoke, and his eyes burned brighter than the tobacco, while all around them flickered death's cold shadow. "Listen, son," he said in a voice rough and worn. "Is it death you fear, your body ripped and torn?" "Yes," said the young man, "'tis mine end I fear. I've known that to the front I'd be sent this year. I know the odds, I know 'em well, and I'll die, that is clear. But I can't. I need more time for my life. I want to have a family. I want to find a wife." The wizened soldier blew a stream of smoke in the night. "I hear your words, I hear your plight. Now listen close, son, and hear these secrets. I've been around death long enough to meet it. And truth is, son, we're already gone. We've been cast into the realm of those forgot. You have no life of your own to save. It's already been cast before the altar and the grave. You, son, are a dead man, just like me and just like them." The young soldier blinked and his eyes turned solemn. "But I see that's not all, son. Your courage is still fallen." "Aye," said the rookie. "I fear I'll fail my brothers. I'll come over the trench, and one won't be able to count my failures. I see that I'll trip in the mud and fall behind the charge. The bullet that was meant for me will instead find the sarge. When I fall, my gun will fire and hit you in the back. What if it's the fault of mine that we lose the attack? I'll shoot at the enemy and miss every bullet. Another man should carry my gun. Some other man should hold it." "Look at me, son. Attend to my face. You're not fighting alone, and no one's taking your place. Your problem is thinking of yourself before your fellow men. All of us, not just you, are going to the lion's den. Uncounted are our brethren who have children at home. Their kids will be left fatherless, their souls left to the loam. So set your attention on them, rest it on your fellows, for they go with you down to the gallows. If you really listen, if you take this to your heart, you can fight for your brothers, and you can justly play your part." As the old soldier finished, he blew a cloud of smoke, and at once the younger was freed of his yoke. He looked down the line of men ready for battle, and as he thought of them, his body stopped its rattle. He chambered his rifle and was ready to die. So he leapt onto the field when came the battle cry. He leapt onto the field when came the battle cry.